Hello everyone, hope you've had a nice weekend. The weather stayed good until today, really. But anyway, no match for us this weekend. I think I said that in my last video. So free Sunday there, and also free a bit of a Saturday because normally I'd be prepping, contacting players, seeing who's available, contacting the parents, making sure they're not going out to any kind of house parties and enjoying themselves too much. So I took the time really, and then I never normally do this, is to watch a couple of local games. The first one on Saturday afternoon, my son was the referee's assistant on the line because he's now qualified ref. So, but he's only young, so he's doing the line for senior games. Obviously, it's always interesting around that because these obviously grown men, and the crowds can be quite partisan about things. So. They did kind of like put him on the other side of the pitch where there wasn't any crowd, which I thought was really good because, again, being a parent, you can have a tendency to be overprotective. And people do give the ref and the linesman stick, as we know. But it's good to watch, the two teams there, bit of grassroots non-league stuff. And on Sunday, me and my son went to watch a couple of teams that are in our division. It's how they play. And again, something I really kind of would encourage, that you go and watch some local football where you're not really attached. It's a bit different to watching the Premier League, obviously, and professional footballers, because not only are they professional, more often than not, you've got an affinity with one of the teams. You're a fan, so you don't tend to watch the whole game. You just tend to watch your team, really, as it happens. I think we all fall into the habit of that. I've done that as a manager. Sometimes I can just watch my son play football sometimes and have to snap myself out of it and be aware of his teammates and the wider game that's going on, so I can make those kind of informed decisions, early substitutions, tactical changes as and when they're needed. But I did gain a lot from watching these two matches this weekend. It was good to meet up as well, because I know some of the managers of yesterday's game on one of the other teams, because my son used to play for them, so it's good to have a little bit of a catch-up, bit of banter around that. So yeah, hopefully I'm going to use that knowledge and what I've seen to kind of go on into when we play them and use that tactically. Again, like I said, we're not a professional setup. It wasn't kind of that instant. I think it was, whether it was Leeds and Derby, was it, where they were kind of like in bushes, kind of watching each other and then kind of spying on each other. It was nothing like that. It's all above board. I'm just going there to enjoy a game of youth football, really. But as well, pay attention to how they're set up and who can do what. Looking forward to training this Wednesday. Hopefully the weather will stay good for us. The year's knocking on, so it's going to get kind of damp and cold. And sometimes that's a test of your players as well. Who's going to turn up for training. I'd like to say that, those that turn up for training I would pick for the game, but it's not always like that. If your best player doesn't turn up for training, there may be a reason, but are you going to risk leaving him out on for the starting team on the Sunday? So again, it's always difficult to know who is and isn't going to turn up. My age group now, under 18s, they're all kind of got jobs or apprenticeships, or they've got their own cars, or heavy social lives that takes them away from football sometimes. So yeah, just got to work with what's in front of you and make the best of that situation. But I've got a plan. Again, I've learned some stuff again from watching the senior teams this weekend around the way they move the ball about, and making some kind of notes mentally and both on my phone as well. And again, yeah, let's see what happens. So it's a bit of a short one, not really a lot great to talk about. Thank you for those that have sent some messages in, and sent me a couple of texts, people that know me. It's really kind of nice to get that encouragement and support. And again, if you want to like and subscribe, I know people say that, but I suppose it does. It means that I'm not just sat in my kitchen or any other room in the house talking to myself, really, and that people out there are watching and listening to stuff. And again, I'm more than happy to answer any questions or kind of change the content up to suit whatever you guys want to know. So that put me off then. That was the cat scraping at the back door, wants to come in. Probably started raining again. Anyway, guys, take care, and I'll see you on the next one. Bye.